So many of us have been wondering, how in the world are these ICE raids being leaked? Like, how do these rioters know to show up at the exact right location where federal agents are going to conduct these raids? Well, we now have one of our answers. Who you're seeing on your screen is Jack Quillen, and he used to run the account at LA Scanner. Scanner as in police scanner, which, by the way, convicted felons aren't allowed to use, but I'll get to that point later in the video. So, LA Scanner used to post about basically what you would hear over police and fire department scanners. So he would cover crime or unusual events, wildfires. Well, as these deportation raids in Los Angeles started taking off, the mask came off. He revealed his true leftist self, which apparently suffers from stage 5 TDS. On June 7, Jack Quillen posted this on LA Scanner. If you see federal agents in Los Angeles, direct message us a photo and the location. Let's keep Los Angeles safe. So he's crowdsourcing all of these tips in real time and then amplifying them to tens of thousands of his followers. But as he's waiting for the tips to come in, he didn't just sit back and relax. He was proactive in making life and work difficult for these federal agents. So he actually encouraged his followers to commit a federal crime. He wrote this: definitely don't call in fake reports to tie up their resources and make them look like fools. This while he's sharing the ICE tip line phone number. Now, while he technically didn't tell them to do it, if you've been on the internet for I don't know, more than an hour, you know that that was definitely sarcastic and a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right? And still at this point, he's waiting on information to come in. So another thing he did proactively was compile a list of ICE's offices and detention centers, headquarters in the city, and he posted all of them, again, to his tens of thousands of followers with the address. Now, at this point, the tips had started coming in, and he started posting the hotels where ICE agents were staying. Don't worry, I've blacked out the address here, but he posted Holiday Inn, confirmed ICE agents are staying at this hotel. And he did it again and again and again. And in fact, at one of those hotels, the tires on all of the ICE vehicles were slashed, and the agents had to be moved somewhere else for their safety. So that was just obviously, obviously he's responsible for that, right? He's putting out this information, amplifying it to tens of thousands of people in the area, and they're taking action on it. But here was his big mistake. So we're going to take a look at this from the bottom up because X, is based in chronological order. So at the very bottom, all information was obtained legally, and I will not reveal my sources. He posts, LA 25 riots are getting wild. I genuinely hope this doesn't end in anyone losing their life, but it's starting to feel like it might. Dude, you're literally giving out the location of these ICE agents who were carrying out jobs that are already dangerous in their nature. He posted an address here, confirmed uniformed federal agent sighting. The reason I didn't block that out is because they're no longer there as of the making of this video. But here was his mistake. If this account gets banned, you can stay updated by following my personal page, Jack Quillen TV. So basically, he linked himself to this account, and now we know who it is. Well, at this point, the riots were building up, and it was really becoming clear that this was turning into a crisis and a real safety issue for federal agents. Well, Jack Quillen started to backpedal because he realized, oh boy, I made a big mistake. And this is what he wrote: I want to be absolutely clear. I do not support the violence currently happening across Los Angeles. If you are rioting, you need to stop. This is not the way forward. However, if you are peacefully protesting the removal of immigrants from our country, I fully support your right to do so. Please stay safe out there. If a protest turns violent, or if an unlawful assembly is declared and a dispersal order is issued, you should leave the area immediately. Your safety is the top priority. Well, Jack, what about the safety of the agents whose locations you broadcast for the world? I mean, there's a reason they call this kind of stuff leaks, because that information is confidential, and it's confidential for a reason. It's confidential for their safety and, quite frankly, the public safety, because many of these people who are being rounded up have criminal records. This is a dangerous situation for everyone involved. I'm going to keep that take because I went full Asian there and it was really funny to me. But karma actually ended up coming to kick Jack Quillen in the behind. So as he was sharing the real-time location of these ICE agents, Take a look at his last ever post on LA Scanner. He posted this: I recently discovered several posts containing my family's name and home addresses. This is unacceptable and violates our privacy. Be warned, if anyone appears at my residence with harmful intentions, I am legally entitled to use deadly force in accordance with my state's laws. Tell me you don't live in California without telling me you don't live in California. Well, like I said, that was one of his last posts ever because he ended up going private on LA Scanner. But that wasn't enough. The backlash was so bad that he actually ended up deleting the account entirely. According to the Washington Times, social media poster who fueled ICE threats deletes account after he gets threatened. Again, just karmic justice, karma right there. Now, on his personal Jack Quillen TV account, he keeps trying to tell people that he's innocent and he's done nothing wrong. He writes, I want to be absolutely clear, I have done nothing wrong, yet now I'm facing serious and escalating threats. Private information about me and my family is being spread online. My loved ones have been targeted. Threats have been made. Their workplaces have been contacted, and people have even shown up at my home. Oh, you mean like the people showing up at the exact locations that you were broadcasting, showing up at hotels, showing up at these raids? What are you complaining about here? What is happening is wrong, it's dangerous, and it needs to stop. I'm pleading with everyone, please stop. My family does not deserve this. No one's family does. Please just stop. No one's family does? Dude, you were just doing this to people who are literally just trying to do their jobs. Talk about hypocrisy. And get this, he claims that he's committed just zero crimes at all. He wrote, after contacting the FBI, my local sheriff's office, and the LAPD, for whatever reason, I doubt you actually did that, it has been confirmed that no crime has been committed on my part. Additionally, I spoke directly with an FBI agent. Anyone found to have posted my home address will be subject to prosecution. Now, it's funny he talks about prosecution here because, as I alluded to earlier in the video, Jack Quillen is a convicted felon. Take a look at this from the Superior Court of California. Yes, the exact same Jack Quillen. Oh, what is this? A felony, and he's been convicted for what? Stalking. He is a convicted stalker. How fitting for an LA Scanner account, which is encouraging people to stalk federal agents. I mean, the shoe fits. It's all I'm saying. But this case docket actually was earlier this year in January. So it hasn't even been 5 months. And take a look at what's in this docket. You shall not use, possess, or have access to surveillance equipment, electronic pagers, radio scanners. This guy, again, running an account, LA Scanner. I mean, hello. Are there going to be any consequences? Well, according to the law, there are. Should you violate conditions of this release or violate the law, you can be incarcerated in county jail regardless of whether or not new charges are filed. Whew! And what is absolutely hilarious now is after he was sharing information about ICE agent locations online, he's now oh so offended that people are talking about his criminal history, you know, the fact that he's a convicted felon. So take a look at this private message he sent to someone. Remove that post about me immediately. So on X and Instagram, if you don't follow someone, if you're not friends with someone, you have to accept their private message request, right? So this person accepted the request, and their response was FAFO. Personally, I think that is the only response that there is. Now, there are 3 more stories in today's video, and I just wanted to give you a heads up that there is a pet guessing game. Yes, we are doing that again, and that will be at the very end of this video. Now, according to Politico, there is huge infighting at the DNC. You essentially destroyed any chance I have, DNC chair told David Hogg in a private meeting. Now, 2 minutes of this private conversation have been leaked online, and here it is.
Say, look, it has plenty of warts, and we're all trying to change those for sure. But the longer we continue this fight, the harder it is for us to actually do what we all want to do, which is make a difference in this country again. So I deeply respect you, David. I too was looking forward to working with you, but this has created a situation, and I'll be very honest with you, for the first time in my 100 days on this job, and Jessica knows this, The other night I said to myself for the first time, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And partly not because of the stress and all the naysayers, right? I'm used to that. I've spent 14 years as a chair. I'm used to getting beat up on. But, this is really everything, from this election, this credentials report, and how Malcolm's been treated in this, to, the fact the election itself, how Shasti and Gina were treated in this. I'm just quite frustrated to be in this position, because what you've done, whether you like it or not, or know it or not, David, is no one knows who the hell I am, right? I'm trying to get my sea legs underneath of me and actually develop any amount of credibility so I can go out there and raise the money and do the job I need to put ourselves in a position to win. And again, I don't think you intended this, but you essentially destroyed any chance I have to show the leadership that I need to. So it's really frustrating.
So if Ken Marden steps down as DNC chair, David Hogg is vice chair, and that means, similar to vice president, he would move up temporarily until the DNC votes to figure out who the next replacement will be. Now, there is also an impending vote to potentially replace David Hogg. They cleared that initial hurdle, and they found that he was elected inappropriately. Basically, they say there were some random bylaws that they didn't follow, and so David Hogg's election is now null and void. So we'll see what happens. But according to the Washington Post, after the leaked audio was published Sunday, 5 of the 9 DNC leaders on the Zoom call at the time of the leaked clip closed ranks around Marden and accused Hogg, or people associated with him, of leaking it in statements and interviews with the Washington Post. Well, David Hogg and his associates have denied those allegations, so it'll be interesting when the truth comes out, because did David Hogg actually leak that, and is he trying to make Ken Marden look bad, or did someone on Marden's team leak that, and they're falsely accusing Hogg? Like, it's becoming very Game of Thronesy, right? But like Game of Thrones, there's eventually a stab in the back that just knocks a player out. So we'll see what happens there. Last but not least, there is finally some good news for President Trump and the administration as far as judges go. So California put in an emergency appeal trying to get President Trump to stop these raids and deportations, but the judge said, nope, the administration can keep doing this, and we'll hear the case on Thursday.
Denied the state of California's request to stop Trump from using the California National Guard to keep the peace and keep order during these protests. CNN's Elena Treen is at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where President Trump is speaking. And Elena, that's a big development, the judge denying California's request. Tell us about that, and tell us what the president has been saying in his Fort Bragg speech.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal for the president here and his administration. And we heard just moments ago.
Yeah, you know that leftist minds are going to be exploding over that one. So as many of you know, I got a cute new kitten a few weeks ago. This is him sleeping with Drogon. He likes to sleep next to Matrim, my older cat, the tuxedo cat, as well as Drogon. And you can see he's literally, like, his arms are wrapped around Drogon's leg. And there, I wanted to do that one for size. He was about 4 pounds when I got him, and now he's around 7.5. But for those of you new to the channel, I did a guessing game for both Drogon, my dog, as well as Matrim, the tuxedo cat, and we're going to do a guessing game for this new cat. And yes, he doesn't have a tail. Many of you have asked, and you're like, yeah, he doesn't have a tail. The entire litter was actually born that way. So the way this is going to go is it's going to be a truncated guessing game, and I will reveal the winners on June 30th. We'll do a drawing then too. I'm going to do 2 $50 gift cards. So if you guess his name correctly, then you'll be entered into that drawing, and we'll do a live drawing, and whoever wins, 2 people, a $50 gift card awaits you. So there are going to be a total of 5 clues. Here is clue number 1. I'm known to leap, but I'm no frog. I'm known to leap, but I'm no frog. You can leave your guess down in the comments below, or you can email me if you want to keep it private at stateofdaniel@gmail.com. I will say leaving your guess in the comments does help me in the algorithm, so that's the way I would go. But hey, if you want that $50 and you're like, I think I got it and I don't want anyone else to guess my guess, then go ahead and email me. What I'm going to do is, if you guess it right in the next videos, I'm going to put your name on the screen so you know you've guessed it and you don't have to keep guessing, because, you know, time is valuable, time is precious. I don't want you to waste your time guessing if you've already guessed it. So I will let you know whether or not you've guessed it right, and then we'll do the big reveal the last day of the month, as well as the drawing then. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.